Hey everybody, Ralph Havens here, autoimmuneanswers.com. And last night we were debating, Saturday night we were talking, what do we do? What do we watch while we eat our food and hang out, and it's Saturday night, and so the debate was, do we watch Cars 3 or the Barclays Marathon, a show about a crazy race in Tennessee, or something else? We were trying to figure it out. And so we started to watch the Barclays Marathon, and then we also ended up watching Cars 3, and it was a great night. One thing that came to me this morning as I was doing my morning meditation and work that I do was, in the Barclays Marathon, if you haven't seen the documentary about that, or the show that a guy named the Ginger Runner did on his show, another documentary that he did following one of the runners, it's quite crazy. And it's a race that for many years, nobody ever finished. Nobody finished. It's a crazy race. It climbs, the elevation changes twice going up and over Mount Everest. And the cutoff time, you have to finish it before 60 hours. And for the first few years, nobody won it. And then somebody won it. And every year, the guy that organizes it, that created it, he makes it a bit harder. And there's a lot of mystique around it. It's a really crazy race. And now there's a couple of documentaries on it. And so this show was following this one guy from British Columbia as he was going through it. And there's a guy from San Diego that now lives up here in Bellingham named Nicodemus. And he's actually won that race. There's only been 15 people that have finished that race, as far as I remember from the story. And so we were watching the show last night, and it was cool because, the guy from British Columbia, this ultramarathoner, was with his wife and I think he had one kid there, and his whole team. There was a whole team of people there, and they had all their food organized, and they had all of his gear, and they had the plan, and they had everything going, and everything was about this guy running this race and doing really well, and hopefully finishing 5 laps of these crazy this crazy course through these mountains in Tennessee. And what came to me was, when I was in college, I remember we had a group of five of us guys from the track team that were living in a house, and we were right next to some dirt roads that went up into the hills and trails and stuff, mostly dirt roads. And we trained like crazy. I ran as much as 130 miles in a week, and we would sleep a lot and eat a lot and run twice a day. And it was crazy, but it was so cool. Later, I was doing a similar version of that, even though I was running a business in San Diego. And later I was talking to one of my friends, Rich, and I said, yeah, that was crazy, man. That was just insane, the way we used to live. And he goes, it was great, man. It was great. And, guys would come to my house in San Diego, and the house was a mess. And we'd come really early and drink some coffee, and then we would go out for a run. There'd be like 7, 8, 9, 10 of us doing our morning run, and then we would do our evening run. And it was great. It was great. And the thing was, we were warriors. We were living like warriors. There was a singular focus, there was nothing else that really mattered. I mean, we did other stuff. We went to school, we went to work, we did stuff, but what we were runners, and we were training, and we had a singular focus, and it was about racing, and it was about running fast, and it was about our team. And when I was watching the Barkley Marathons, it was similar. It was like the guy and his wife and his kid and his whole friends and team that was working with him, there was a singular focus. And when there's something like that going on, life is pretty simple. It's not easy, but life is really simple. And because there's one thing that's ultimate. And so today, for today's session, it's Sunday, and there's some frequencies in matrix energetics. So I'm going to install them in the field for us, if you like. It helps you if you want it. It doesn't. It's not mandatory, but it's really cool. And there's a frequency called frequency 10, and it's warrior love. So it's like the archetypical warrior love, father love, fierce love, that kind of love. So let's put that in the field, frequency 10 for you now. And then there's frequency 5, that's archetypical mother's love, like that kind of nurturing love. Put that in the field for you now. And then there's frequency 16, it's dolphin energy, whale, dolphin, total joy, play, ecstatic love, to go where no man or woman has gone before, that kind of love. Unconditional love. Frequency 16, playful, joyful, dolphin energy, like children. Let's put that in the field, activate now. And let's connect that information up to all the water in your cells now. So even though you might have a lot of stuff to do, a lot of obligations, a lot of things, it's kind of cool to have something that is really important to you, that singular focus. Like, what's that one thing that would move the needle for you, that would be like, ah, oh, this is what my life is about. And if you can find that, it makes life really simple. Then it's like, what can you do to get that to happen? And of course, love is the big driving force of the universe. So, you know, when I, later on, one of my biggest cries to the universe, the biggest one, was to end my anxiety. That was my thing, especially the sweaty hand thing I had. It was ridiculous. And that was my big cry to the universe. And I figured it out. I figured out how to do it. And so whatever you're dealing with, a chronic condition or something in life that you just really want, you just don't know how to get it yet, that kind of thing, whatever it is, I hope you get it. I hope you have a singular focus and make that your thing, and figure out who can help you and what needs to happen to get that to happen. And if you want something to help with chronic conditions, the chronic conditions like the autoimmune, the anxiety, different things like that, I wrote up a very simple PDF, 7 things, really powerful things to do that, let me see if I can find the link to that, to do that, that if you did it, it would make a big difference. So let's see. It's at ralphhavens.com/free PDF end anxiety. ralphhavens.com/free PDF end anxiety. And whether you're dealing with an anxiety thing or a depression thing or a chronic illness of some sort, an autoimmune condition, this can help. And it's what I found. There's more there. If you get that and look at it, I've made a little video about those 7 things. There's actually a bonus thing too, and even an ebook. So different ways. You know, some people don't want to read a whole ebook or watch a whole video, and so I've got a 7 parts PDF. Other people want to do just watch a video. You know, let me see it. Just tell me. And other people want to dive in a little more. The End Anxiety Forever. Of course, I have ways to work with me and that sort of thing one-on-one or in the whole course in Anxiety Forever. But right now, I've got a 7-point PDF for you, ralphhavens.com. Let's see, what is that? /free PDF end anxiety. So hope you're having a great Sunday. Let me know what your singular focus is, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right, bye now.